and I was quite relaxed in the penalty shootout. I went across to the lads and I said to them, they were all sat round and getting rubbed by Mick and Charlie, and I just said to them, look, make your mind up what you're going to do and do it. Don't change your mind. Put a ball down, make your mind up, go do it. And that's all I said to them.
It's out of his hands now. It's a question of who scores most of the penalties. Well, the roar goes up because Pat Bonner is going to be first between the posts.
I just sat there and I started to smoke again. I hadn't smoked for about 2 years. And there's a guy there smoking a fag. And I said to him, gives it tab. And he looked up and he went, ah. And passed one through the thing and gave me his matches now. And I lit a cig and I stood and watched the penalty shootout.
First to take the penalty is the Romanian Georgi Hagi, their top player, against Pat Bonner. And that is 1-0. Kevin Sheedy now showing his number to the referee. He's only allowed one penalty in the first round. Yes. If Hagi's was decisive, Sheedy's was even more so.
People looked at me on the television when it showed you pictures of flashed it to me, looking away. I wasn't. I was looking. The playback screen was up there, and I had all the players between me and the goals, and I couldn't see what was going on.
The second Romanian penalty, it's 1-1. It's 2-1 Romania, and Ray Houghton can step forward to take Ireland's second penalty. Yes! (3-2) Romania. They've been 3 perfect penalties. Andy Townsend is next to go for Ireland.
You're nervous hanging around waiting to take your own penalty, but when you actually put the ball on the spot, take a few paces back and then run up and take it, I think for those few seconds, you know, the nerves go and all of a sudden the concentration takes over.
It's Andy Townsend against Silviu Lung. Ah, yes! This is a remarkable penalty competition. Bonner furious with himself. Again, he guessed correctly, but his dive took him below the trajectory of the penalty kick. Cascarino against this fella. Oh, yes! We can breathe again. And it's now Romania's second substitute, Daniel Timofte, Dynamo Bucharest, to step forward. Timofte against Bonner. Yep. The big man from Donegal has set it up for a victory.
Relation, obviously, you know, and it was knowing that it was a sort of 5th penalty that we had a fantastic chance of going through, you know. Not knowing that obviously Dave had to take one. It was Dave that was taking one.
And who is stepping forward to assume the task in his 52nd international appearance? David O'Leary.
Because I couldn't believe it when David O'Leary went to take the penalty. I just couldn't believe it. I thought, no, come on. I mean, we got good strikers that were and good penalty takers. To throw the onus onto David, I thought was a bit. The last penalty was a bit much.
This kick can decide it all. The nation holds its breath. Yes, we're there! Through to the quarterfinals of the World Cup, and the most popular supporters in Italy have another journey to make. David O'Leary, one of the elder statesmen of the Irish team, sends Ireland on their way to Rome, and Genoa tonight belongs to Ireland. This is the kick, the historic kick, that sent Ireland through to the World Cup quarter-finals, down a road never before trodden by a Republic of Ireland team. There has never been an achievement in Irish sport to parallel this. 20,000 Irish, perhaps even more, in the Luigi Ferraris Stadium in Genoa. And they will not want to leave.
We're in the last 8 for the first time in my history, and it's magic. I'm delighted for the lads.
Well done, congratulations.
Cheers,
thank you.
And good luck to the people back home.
Right.
Hope they have a good party. I mean, the person that pleased most of all was Mick Byrne, because Mick had been in to see me before we even qualified for Italy and said, "Yeah, boss, when we qualify for Italy, you'll get us in to see the Pope, won't you?" And I said, "Yeah, of course I will, Mick, no problem." And then suddenly Mick's knocking on my door saying, "Boss, you know, you promised to get us in to see the Pope." So then I got to start making arrangements. We've only got 3 days to get an audience with the Pope. And we made it.
So the Irish football team. Best wishes to you.
And the Italian game was one that you've got to look at it realistically and say we're playing the Italians in Rome, who are the favourites for the competition, and we've got to get past them to get on.
The prize at stake, a place in the World Cup semi-final.
I never thought we'd get beat. Never ever thought we'd get beat. And, you know, they were actually qualified to play against the Republic, which was a lovely situation, you know. And we weren't that far away, to be honest. We weren't a million miles away from beating them.
I was amazed at the quality of our game and how it affected the Italians in the match. And in fact, the Italians were very lucky to win the game. If Kevin Sheedy had played the simple ball that he was supposed to play, instead of knocking it to John Ulrich's feet and caused him to break on us the whole length of the park and get a goal, I mean, we probably could have got a result that day.
Townsend got in a challenge. Baggio to Schilacci. Giannini looks for Donadoni. Good parry. Schilacci. Schilacci has scored again.
And at half-time in the Italian game, I can remember Jack pointing out to us that we were like 45 minutes from the semi-final and 90 minutes, 135 minutes from the greatest moment in sort of in Irish sporting history.
Morris, Aldridge, Houghton, Cascarino with Baresi, Houghton, McGrath, lovely little lay back, and the striker Aldridge needed too much time. That is a chance at this level. Kevin Sheedy looking for Mick McCarthy, red again. And there's pushing over there and a free kick to Italy. And that's it. Italy go forward to meet Maradona and Argentina in the semi-final. But the Irish fans likewise should be on their feet acclaiming one of the most gallant performances we've ever seen from an Irish team. Full of dignity, organisation, discipline and goodwill. Jack Charlton, proud of his team. And why wouldn't he? And proud of these people too.
I went through a lot of emotions, and I think you remember it more afterwards, and how it felt afterwards. You can't remember how it felt at the time. I only know what it means to me now, being captain, and it was something that gave me a lot of pleasure and something that I get a lot of pride out of.
Street, you'd actually think we'd won the World Cup, but when the Irish team return tomorrow evening, they're assured of a hero's welcome home.
I'm confessing that I love you. Tell me, do you love me too? I'm confessing that I need you. Honest, I do. I need you every moment. In your eyes I read such strange things. But your lips...
Here's literally nearly the whole of the country turning out. We've got to the quarter-finals. England have been unlucky to get knocked out in the semi-final, you know, of the World Cup on penalties. You know what I mean? They've done more than a country proud. I don't know whether half a dozen people nearly turned up at the airport for them or something, you know? The welcome was unbelievable, incredible, and it's a memory that I'll always live with me for as long as I ever live. Will be the homecoming and the sense of warmth that you got from the crowd.
All my life on you depend. Am I guessing that you love me? Dreaming dreams of you in vain. 'Cause I'm confessing that I love you over again.
But I came back and there was about 100,000 people, 200,000 people at the airport, and I got into the car and I counted. And I drove out because the roads were blocked, and I had a very hard time indeed. But two women had a camera and they asked me if I'd wind down the window. And I wound down the window. They said, "Could we take a photograph, please?" And I said, "Of course you can." And I did my little gay burn smile like that. And they took the photograph and then they said, "Now, fuck off."
Third time in a row we've been drawn in the same group as England, this time in a qualifying round from which only one team will qualify.
Qualified in 88, qualified in 90 for the World Cup. And now, you know, everyone's thinking we're going to qualify for everything. You know, and with only one team going through, it was a little bit difficult then. We were in a hard group, we had England in our group, but we were disappointed. The most disappointing thing was we didn't lose a game and we didn't qualify.
Barnes with a quick throw. Pearce. Staunton not getting it away far enough. Dixon shot. Oh, an own goal off Staunton. A disaster for Ireland after only 9 minutes. Houghton with the corner. It's fallen for McGrath. Oh, he placed it so well. Here's Moran. Denied by the upright. McGrath once more. Off goes Aldridge. Up goes Quinn. Knocked out again by Walker. In comes McGrath. Sheedy. Right. Sheedy once more. Now Townsend. Phenomenal Irish pressure. Walker away once more. Staunton. Townsend. Quinn couldn't quite get there. Platt. In comes Irwin. And made it his. McGrath. Houghton. This really is an astonishing period of Irish pressure. Houghton once more. Sheedy. And hoofed away by Wright.
My own personal favourite would probably be the goal I scored against England at Wembley in March 1991, to score in the sort of home of football of the British Isles. That was a great thrill for me.
This is Ray Houghton. McGrath. In goes Quinn. Yes, it's there!
Yes. Why are they so hard to beat? Well, I think you'll find the record. There's a lot of other countries find them hard to beat.
We should have beat them that day at Wembley. That would have been a real bonus for me to, you know, that we could take Ireland to Wembley and win a game. There's not many people do.